Morning, fire sign men. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Hey, gentlemen, what I like to do is to go on and give you a reading of the predominant female or woman energy that I'm kind of seeing coming towards you from now until the end of this month. Gentlemen, if this reading resonates with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, gentlemen, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to be using my Lenormand's deck as already shuffled and illustrated as we see here, along with a few additional oracle decks, which I feel will provide you with a bit more additional advice, okay? So, gentlemen, let's go on and get started, okay? Starting with the card that, well, let's first start off by making, gentlemen, a few general observations as to what I'm seeing or who I'm seeing coming towards you. It looks like she's a single mother, I'm kind of feeling, and it looks like it's several women that appearing here in your reading. I see a very immature, petite type woman. I see also a very short or also a tall female. I'm seeing one who works very much. She appears to be very sneaky, even a workaholic, okay? I'm also seeing that for some of you, she might even be your wife or just a friend, okay? I'm also picking up an elderly type woman who might even be a bit experienced. She's very mature, open-minded, and maybe self-made, okay? I'm also seeing a female that looks to me to be emotionally unstable or scattered, confused, if you will, as well as, gentlemen, I see another female who seems to be stable, reliable, and confident. So it looks like you have several women coming towards you, okay, that I'm kind of seeing in here. Okay, gentlemen, let's get started with looking at the card that fell to the bottom of the deck. Here we have this ship card. And gentlemen, this card is all about travel and adventure, kind of going a distance, like locations, and it represents, like foreign lands or people from another country or other states or, gentlemen, distance locations. And it usually connects us to fire type signs, the Leos, the Aries, Sagittarius, as well as air signs, Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius. So this card kind of tells me that, this female I'm seeing is somewhat impulsive, gentlemen. And again, she's foreign or she's from abroad or she might even be a traveler, okay? I'm kind of feeling that for some of you, she might even work in the travel industry, but rest assured that this card brings about a lot of type, commitment type issues, okay? For some of you, I'm picking up very, very dark exotic features with her, even olive type skin or, brown hair and then just an exotic flair to herself. And I'm seeing that perhaps she might even work with the travel or airline type industry, okay? Or even with shipping with this card. And of course, I'm kind of getting, Asian, African, and individuals perhaps of Mediterranean, gentlemen, descent, okay? When you're kind of seeing this card, rest assured, it looks like it's a distance type relationship or it could be internet based. In some sense too, gentlemen, when you're kind of seeing that card there, okay? We already know, gentlemen, that that card that falls next to or near there, that's the woman card. So it's really no further discussion that is necessary with that particular card because it symbolizes her, okay? So let's move on and just look at your next card here, gentlemen. We have the child card. So, gentlemen, that tells me that this woman, again, seems to be a bit naive, childlike. And as I've already suggested from the onset, gentlemen, she's very petite, type. I'm seeing that she's kind of shorter, but it looks like that she's very, immature. Or even, gentlemen, you might even kind of see her as being a little naive when it comes to life and her approach to living, okay? So let's move right along, gentlemen. Just go on and examine, gentlemen, your next card here. We have this Fox card. So, gentlemen, this card is it's certainly all about trickery and, deception, lies, and even connected with work. And it draws our attention to fire type signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So it suggests that this woman is certainly very cunning. You know, she's street smart, dishonest, and a bit sneaky, but possibly a person who works a lot, you know? And I'm kind of seeing, as I suggested, she's short, and she might even, with this card, gentlemen, have freckles, I'm kind of feeling, okay? But any event, rest assured that I'm kind of getting that she's a liar, a cheater, and she's very deceitful. And usually when I see this card, this woman is certainly not to be, not a woman that you can, you know, really trust. Okay, and then particularly when you're kind of looking at this card that falls next to her, is the bird card. That card is certainly all about, you know, communications of all sorts, be it Facebook and, you know, calling, texting, or any kind of telephonic means, okay? And it connects with fire and earth type signs. So this woman might already be someone that perhaps that you've already been having some type of conversation or communication with, or someone from whom you'd like to have some type of communication. Because again, this bottom card is all about someone at a distance from you. And it's showing that perhaps the communication that you may have been having with her, gentlemen, may have been of a deceptive type nature too, when you're kind of seeing that card, okay? But it shows too that this woman might even potentially work in a communication field, or like a telephone operator, or she could be a telephone host. I'm sorry, a talk show host, okay? But rest assured, she's very communicative, okay? And also with this card, it also can bring about a woman that may be even involved, gentlemen, in public relations, even, gentlemen, possibly sales, you know, when you're kind of seeing that card, gentlemen, as well as, you know, she could be a lawyer, or she could be some type of mediator, gentlemen, I'm kind of getting, of some sort, when you're kind of seeing that card that kind of crops up in your reading, okay? So, gentlemen, let's move right along to your next card there. We have the Lily card. And, gentlemen, that card certainly is all about maturity and protection. And so it adds to the fact that I indicated already from the onset that she's mature. And I'm picking up earth-type signs, the Capricorns, Taurus, and Virgo. And it shows that this woman, as I already suggested, is already older, and she appears very peaceful, gentlemen. And I'm getting a sense that she has dark grayish type hair, okay? And for some of you, she might even be a social worker, you know, a retiree, but she could even be a divorced, you know, type person. I'm kind of, you know, maybe a widower in some sense, okay, gentlemen? Okay? Let's move right along to your next card, gentlemen. We have the clouds. So, gentlemen, this card is certainly all about, you know, confusion and negativity, and draws our attention to air signs. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So it shows this woman might be even bipolar. She suffers from some type of mental type disorder. And I'm feeling that her eyes might be brown or blue or hazel, and, you know, maybe warm brown hair with this. As I said, gentlemen, there are multiple women in your reading, okay? And she's very moody and confused, okay? I'm just feeling that she's certainly a woman that's indeed, gentlemen, a pessimist. You know, I'm kind of getting by nature when you're kind of seeing that card. And then moving on to this next card here, we have the Stork card there. And so this card is certainly saying that, you know, this woman appears to always be on the go, you know, like a traveler, always, you know, rushing around to do things. And it seems, gentlemen, as I suggested, a child or children may be even, in fact, connected in your situation. But this woman looks to me to be kind of tall and refined, and it draws our attention to water type signs, the Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. And for some of you, I'm picking up blonde or dark blonde with light color eyes, you know. I'm also feel that this woman seems to also have a bit of a hard time settling down with simply one person. And she does appear to be kind of fussy. I'm also saying thin, that she's thin, you know. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, she even might even be a nurse or works in the hospital in some sense, or even might even be a foster parent or immigrant in some sense, okay? But I feel that she certainly has commitment issues, and as I said, she might even be searching, you know, for her next best catch, gentlemen, if you will, okay? But I'm kind of feeling that despite the fact, gentlemen, that she seems to be a bit scattered in a sense, I'm kind of feeling too, gentlemen, that she still really, really wants to, and she has a desire to kind of settle down, because your reading ends with this anchor card. And anchor, gentlemen, is all about permanence and stability and connects with air type signs, okay? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And it says that she does have every intention to settle down, really wants to settle down and wants to establish a more serious commitment with you. It's just, it seems that it's other issues that seems to be lurking in your relationship. It could be things that you may have caused and cause her to feel this way. And maybe a discussion may be necessary, okay? But what I'm kind of seeing here is that, you know, she is in fact, I'm feeling kind of nervous in a sense, you know, but I do see her being very articulate, and I'm kind of picking up a speech writer or a counselor or even a speech therapist that I'm kind of getting also in this reading. But you know, it looks like she does want to kind of settle down and establish a more serious type commitment, but she's stubborn, it seems, okay? I'm also seeing blue and green eyes, and you know, I'm seeing a heavyset type female, well, not necessarily an overweight type person, okay, who might even work, as I said, in the boat industry, or she might even work in and around the beach, or, you know, some type of a person that seems to work around the harbor area. But it looks like she wants to establish a more committed relationship with you, gentlemen. So, gentlemen, this is what I have for you in the way of the Lenormand. Let's go on and examine the additional oracle cards I decided to go on and utilize, okay? First, let's look at the message presented by Sylvia Brown's deck. I have these two cards here in German. Sorry. And gentlemen, the message of these cards is that, you know, really, you know, regretting over what you have done is kind of useful, and it kind of blocks your spirituality, gentlemen. These cards are kind of asking you to kind of face your fears. And when you do, you know, you're going to really realize that they're not real, and only fears that you've really created, okay? And the next message here, gentlemen, comes from the Rings Virtues deck, the Romance Angels. And these messages are kind of indicating, gentlemen, that you really already met your romantic partner, okay? And you have this attraction cards that enjoy, you know, what you two kind of share. And perhaps, as I suggested to you, a conversation or discussion may help move your relationship forward. So, gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading offers food for thought. If you're interested in a personal reading, you may contact me at wat61073@gmail.com. Again, if this reading has resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Thanks a lot.